Good day everyone. Today is Therapy Tuesdays and today we're going to address some of the myths around counselling. One of the first myths that I want to address is when you go to see a counsellor, it is a sign of weakness. First and foremost, for you to want to go see a counsellor, you're acknowledging that there needs to be treatment for an issue that you're experiencing, and there's true strength by admitting that you need help. Another myth is that only crazy people see a counsellor. Now, first of all, I dislike the term crazy. I think it's very taboo. And it's a very judgmental term to connotate to persons and their different behavioral patterns. So please don't use the word crazy. But the fact is that counselors see a wide range of persons with all different types of psychosocial issues and behavioral issues. Some people actually don't even have any major sets of issues. They just need to vent, or they need to have a second guide as to what they should do. Another myth is that I'd have to be pretty far gone to go and see a counsellor. Now, the fact of the matter is that if you take longer to treat for the issue, it may have other extenuating factors arising and it may require extra effort to treat for the issues. So it's usually recommended to have a timely response for treatment of issues. The faster you come forward and treat for this, the faster you can put this issue behind you. Another myth that we need to address is that when you come to a counsellor and share your information, you will be judged. Now, this goes against the first tenets of the basis of counselling. The first set of tools we are taught to practice is objectivity and being non-judgmental. As a practicing therapist, you must always remember to be unbiased and to never bring in your own personal experiences or beliefs into any session, because this raises serious issues of ethics and professionalism. If you're ever sitting in a session and you feel like the person is being biased or they're trying to bring in their own personal beliefs into the session, they are not being professional and they're not practicing proper protocol that was taught in the foundation of counseling. Another myth is, how can I trust a counsellor when I'm divulging all my information that they won't go and spread my secrets? One of the first foundation stones of counselling is confidentiality, and it's one of the very first things we do at the onset of counselling. During the first session, I always discuss rules governing confidentiality and when confidentiality can be breached. Confidentiality can be breached with the permission of the client, whether it be in a court case or whatever it may be, as well as if there is an extreme case where there may be a threat on life or property or some type of criminal activity that may occur. At this point, therapists are bound to reveal information to the police or legal services to prevent any type of criminal activity from occurring. And our primary goal is to always ensure the safety of our clients while meeting whatever goals we set during the counselling sessions. Another myth that I sometimes come across is that counsellors can read your mind or that they're psychic. No, we cannot. Our sessions are driven primarily by what you reveal during the session, so that therefore if you're dishonest, then we're going with what you tell us. So that is why we usually encourage practicing full honesty and full disclosure, because we're not going to be judgmental. We're not here to make you feel uncomfortable. We want you to get a solution to your issues. We want you to have these issues treated for and put behind you, but by your full participation and committance to the sessions and ensuring that you're always upfront and open with the issues. Another myth that's usually a common misconception is that counselors will give me the solution to my problems. This is not the case. Therapists do not give advice. We provide useful insights as well as an understanding of yourself and of your situation. Therapists act as a guide to draw different optional plans that you may have and all the different alternatives to treating for the solution. But ultimately, it's the client that makes the decision which way they want to move forward, and this is usually encouraged because the person makes a decision of their own accord. They're usually more motivated and encouraged to stick to that decision and to carry it through. The final myth I'm going to discuss in today's segment is that everyone will know if I'm seeing a counsellor. Firstly, I'm sure if you look into a crowd, you're not able to pinpoint all the persons that may have seen therapists and for what issues they may have seen them for. The only way someone will find out that you're seeing a counsellor is if you reveal it to them, or you may have spoken to somebody outside of the session. A counsellor is never to reveal the identity of their clients, as well as when and what they're treating the clients for. There are ethical guidelines that protect the privacy of all our clients, both during and after sessions have been held. I hope addressing some of these myths may have corrected some of the inaccuracies that persons may have about counselling and therapy. So thank you for viewing Therapy Tuesdays, and thank you again for all your continued support and feedback with this initiative. Feel free to send me any feedback as well as any questions or additions you may have on the topic discussed today. Do have a wonderful rest of the day and week ahead, and remember, each one teach one. Knowledge is our greatest power.